Hey guys, welcome back. So we have two activities that we need to complete today. And the first one we're doing indoors because it's freezing cold outside. Now today we're going to be potting up this tray of Dreams Apple Blossom Petunias by West Coast Seeds. Guys, look how gorgeous this tray looks. And the second activity we need to do is outside. We have some more direct sowing to do, and I thought I'd bring you along for that today. But before we get started, if you're new here, hi guys, my name is Marsha the Blackthumbgardener, and I live in Ontario, Canada, Zone 5B, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe, and if you're returning, welcome back, and thank you so much for supporting my channel. Now let's get started. Now these petunias were started during my March Mayhem series, and if you have not seen March Mayhem, I highly recommend that you go back and take a look at that playlist. Basically for the month of March, every single day I started a new seed, and pretty much majority of the flowers that I'm going to be growing in my garden were started during March Mayhem. So if you're interested in seeing which flowers I've started or which plants I started from seed and how I started them, you can definitely check out that playlist and I'll link it down below. So this is going to be the second time, guys, that I pot on my petunias. I started them off as a soil block and they did really well in the soil block, although I do have more thoughts on soil blocking, which I'll share much later on at the end of the season. And then I potted them on because they were kind of outgrowing their soil, little mini soil block. I potted them on to this Grow Ease kit. This is a 24 cell and they've grown pretty quickly, so it's time to pot them up. And I thought I would use this 3.3 inch bootstrap farmer container. I think this is a perfect size to get them going until we plant them out, which is not going to be for another month. So I'll put a picture of the petunia here so you can see what it looks like. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Now I plan on using these petunias for hanging baskets and some of my containers in the back garden. Now since I'm upstairs today, I want to use a potting mat because I think we're going to get a bit messy here. So let's get started. So the first thing that we need to do is get these seedlings out of their container. I don't want to damage the roots or anything, but this is what it looks like. Look at this, guys. Oh my gosh. This seedling looks so good. I don't think in my entire life I've ever grown a petunia seedling that looks so good. Wow. Okay. Now to pot this up, I am again using this 3.3 inch bootstrap farmer container. So you can see how big it is relative. It's going to have a lot of room for these roots that have just completely just wounded around and around again on itself. Look at that. So it's going to have a lot of room for these roots to grow and to spread out. So to speed up this process, I'm just going to fast forward through this step.
It's electric when you kiss me. Never felt this way before. We're magnetic, wanna stay here closer than close. Up in the clouds, I can see the whole world now. Breathtaking wild, can't believe my eyes. Up in the sky, I can see the whole world tonight. 'Cause you make me feel like I wanna get lost in your paradise. You make me believe it's real. It's high up above from the ground. We're closer to heaven.
Okay guys, this is what everything looks like right now. I do have about 4 plants that are left over because of course I ran out of potting mix. I do have 2 bales of Pro Mix in my garage, but I'm not going to bother get that today. Maybe that's something I'll do tomorrow. So I'm going to leave them in the Grow Ease tray for today at least. So we need to bring all of these containers downstairs to start watering while we do our activity outside. They are looking so good. I think these plants are going to be massive. Just look how big they are already. And I started this about just over a month ago. Just a month. Look at that. I suspect they'll probably be blooming before we bring them outside in May. So fingers crossed that everything continues to go really well, because these plants are totally exceeding my expectations. Okay guys, we're outside now, and just to show you what exactly happened with my seedlings. I don't know if you remember from the last video that we planted spinach seedlings, and the seedlings were kind of planted along the back row, and then we planted some spinach seeds in between. Look at this. It's completely eaten down by birds. Over here too. Look at that. I don't know if you could see that. I knew there was something in my beds last year digging my spinach seeds out. I just didn't know what it is, and now it's finally confirmed that it's birds. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to sow more spinach seeds. I also finally found my French breakfast radish seeds. I didn't know where they were last time, but I had ordered it from West Coast Seeds a while back, and I just put it somewhere else that it's not supposed to be. So we're going to direct sow some of these. I do have another radish variety called Cherry Belle that I'm also going to direct sow today. And then I also have some arugula that I'm going to direct sow, and a few more lettuce seeds that I'm going to also direct sow into the middle bed. Now I plan on putting tomatoes here, but because the tomatoes are not ready yet and it's going to be some time before the weather warms up, I figured I might as well just fill the bed with radish, lettuce, arugula, spinach, and then eat off of that while the weather warms up and the tomato seedlings get ready. But to protect this entire bed, I'm going to cover it with mesh, because I definitely don't want the birds eating my spinach seeds again, or the seedlings. Even though I put up a bird feeder and they do eat from the bird feeder, they somehow want their cake and eat it too. So to deal with this issue, I'm just going to cover everything up with the mesh. And since we already prepped this bed, there's nothing else that we need to do except for direct sow. So I'm going to start off with arugula. Then I'm going to work on the Cherry Belle radishes. Oh, I forgot I bought a new pack of romaine this year. So I'm going to use this romaine lettuce. There we go. Now tonight it's supposed to get down to -4 degrees Celsius, which is really cold, but that's perfectly fine. These seeds will do okay. They're cold tolerant, and I just started them, so it's not like I have seedlings up or anything, but the rest of the week will be pretty warm, so I expect that the seedlings will germinate then. I just want to get this stuff started now, because I am a little bit behind with getting these in. Beside that, I'm going to put the spinach seedlings. I forgot I didn't sow spinach yet. I don't have a lot left. I have a little bit of Bloomsdale, so I'll just use the rest of that. And then I'll probably grab another variety or something. I'll use the seaside spinach. This one is from Bessie's. And I'll just mix the varieties together. I know that bird's probably watching me, waiting for me to leave so it can eat all of these spinach seeds. I think I grew this one last year. This is a red lettuce. I think it's a romaine lettuce by Renee's Garden. Sear Red, that's the name. So I have arugula, then on the other side of the drip I have Cherry Belle radishes. Then I have romaine lettuce here on the next side of the drip. On the other side I have French breakfast radishes. Then on the other side I have spinach, 2 types, Bloomsdale and Seaside. And then the last row I have Sea of Red lettuce. I think this bed is going to look so good. And if I need to plant something else in here, because I already have the chives here that we planted the other day, and I also have cilantro seeds that I also planted at the bottom of this bed, If we need to move things around, totally fine. I'm going to add some labels here because I will forget. I only have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here. Breakfast radish. Guys, I'm committed to getting spinach this year. I do not care. I'm probably going to reseed the area where it ate the spinach as well, just to see if I can get anything. Okay, let's water this in first and then we'll cover it up. So this is what I use if I have a bed that I need to cover, but it doesn't require a lot of height. Now last year I started off with having my brassicas covered in this system, but it wasn't tall enough, so I had to eventually transition to my super hoops. So because these plants don't get really tall, I think this will be sufficient. And this I picked up from the dollar store. I think it's about $5, and I think this is a really good mesh system if you're looking for something that's on the cheap side. Now, if I remember correctly, I think you put the hoops through each section. It's been a while. It's been a whole season since I've used this. This is going to take a while, so I'll speed this up.
Waking up, feeling the taste of our fight last night. Breaking up, making a mess of an all good life. And now that you're gone, I'm thinking about old times. I've waited so long for this to be over.
Okay guys, so this is what it looks like. We are finally done. Hopefully this works in deterring the bird from attacking my spinach seeds. On that note, let's reseed the area that it ate.
Found the only way to get myself home again. I'll be okay.
We are finally done with our activities that we need to do outside. We sowed a ton of seeds and we also reseeded the area that the birds ate, and we have our beautiful mesh system up from Dollarama. So I'm really hoping this actually works and the birds don't find a way to get underneath that mesh, because the house sparrows are really, really tiny and they can pretty much get into anything. So I'm hoping that area and the seeding over in the area where we did the peas will help distract them from the area where I really want my harvest. So if you guys are having the same issue as me, let me know in the comments how you're dealing with it. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.